Hey everyone, I'm Scott Lusko, and for the past 20 years I've been a freelancer on Upwork and on my own website at www.creatively.com. I also use LinkedIn to generate a lot of my freelance business, and today we're going to talk about how to make six figures in the first year of freelancing. It always seems like a common goal for everybody, so I really want to dive in here and teach you my step by step on how to learn how to do this. I break this down into 5 steps really. And what they are is first you want to make sure you have complete profiles written and set up with project catalogs on Upwork, Fiverr, LinkedIn, and your own website. So that's really the first step. The second step, is you want to have a complete price list as well, similar to what I talked about in writing your profile and developing your price list, is that you want 3 tiers of pricing for all of your services so that you can appeal to a wide range of client budgets. Then you want to make sure that you build a website with a really strong portfolio and the ability to accept payment. I use a platform called Shopify. You can use whatever you want, but really what you want to do is make sure this gets up and running as quickly as possible. The next one is really just about, making sure that you're doing things daily that are constantly making you contacts and making you like sales. So you want to start working on what's called outbound marketing. So this is getting in touch with people, sending proposals. What I do is that I just make sure that I hit a certain mark every day. Like I make myself a goal, and that's typically about 20 proposals on Upwork and 20 contacts on LinkedIn. You can't do much about Fiverr in terms of outbound marketing because it's all inbound. So just making sure that that's complete is really the most important part. The next section is really about how to structure your payments. A lot of people say, I'm a freelancer and I want to make $50 an hour, and that's how I'm going to make $100,000. So, it doesn't really work that way with freelance. With freelance, you're going to have a wider range of pricing. So you're going to have an hourly rate, you're going to have a flat rate for all of your services, and you're also going to have a monthly retainer rate. So those three things are really going to enhance how you appeal to clients and their budgets, because some clients are going to have a fixed budget. If you only have an hourly rate, then there's going to be a conflict there. Some clients want to have a set monthly budget, and a monthly retainer is going to work really well with them. So basically, if you break down your services into 3 pricing tiers, but you also have 3 ways of paying for these. So your hourly, your monthly retainer, and then your flat rate services. I like to make sure that I'm staying as busy as possible. And this may seem a little bit counterintuitive when you're trying to earn a particular amount of money, is that I reduce my fee until I'm as busy as I want to be. And then every new client, I increase the fee. So for instance, if you're saying, okay, I want to make $100,000 a year on my first year. So I'm starting from scratch. I'm going to set my hourly rate at $50 an hour. The likelihood of you starting out and making $50 an hour just right out of the gate is very low. But what you can do is that you can pull down your hourly rate, so say $25 an hour, and then say, I want to work 30 to 40 hours a week. Once you reach that limit, then you start increasing the hourly rate for new incoming clients. You leave the old clients, on their same hourly rate for the first year, but you just slowly increase. And this compounds quickly because now you're busy. You're having more portfolio pieces, you're still filling your time with income. And that's really the way to achieve this. It's not starting out high, it's starting out low, filling up your time, and then expanding both time and the income you make as you get more and more clients. And the more work you do, the more testimonials you get, the more clients are going to want your services. So that's really the way to start that income going. Start low, fill up your time, and just kind of continually compound it. When you couple that with making 40 contacts a day, you're really going to see more and more projects coming in. It's going to happen quite quickly, actually. But the problem is that a lot of people get stuck because they think, I want to set it at a certain rate. It may not align with the market. So what you want to do is align with the market first, and then start increasing based on your skill. Once you start being able to prove this skill, you start having 100 projects under your belt, you're going to be able to justify a higher rate really quickly. And this can happen in a matter of months if you do it this way, or you can set your rate higher at the beginning, and then, you might be stuck for a few months with nothing. So it's better to start low and just build up. The next question that I want to answer here is really, how do you get what people consider high-paying clients, and that's really kind of a strange thing to do because it doesn't happen in like a very linear way. As you're working through each project, right? Once you get to about 75% completed, then you want to start proposing 3 new projects once you're about finished. So if the client's happy with the work that you've been doing so far, propose 3 more projects if you want to continue working with the client. So, if your first project is $1,000, then what an easy way to do that is you already know that the client is willing to spend $1,000 with you. So your next project, the middle one, should be $1,000. The other one should be $500, and the one higher than that should be about $2,000. And that's how you can give them kind of a range of pricing that works within their budgets, and give them 3 new projects that they should do that would complement the one you've just completed. A lot of people think that there's not enough work out there, and that's really kind of like a misnomer. So every year there's about 75,000 new businesses created in the United States. So, you have a lot of opportunity. You only, like personally, I have about 190 clients in my list and about 20 that work with me regularly. So that's really what you want to aim for. You only need about 20 clients, to do this. It doesn't take a lot to keep you busy and hit the goals that you want to do for your income. The other great part about it is that when you distribute the clients over about 20, you can also mix together hourly rates, your flat rate projects, and your monthly retainers. So what this does is it really gives you a constant stream of income. You're not earning a paycheck every week. You're earning different types of payments throughout the week. And there's a lot of stability in this type of payment system because if you're working full time and you only have the one job, you could be let go at any period of time. And we've seen this regularly now, especially in the tech sector. There's thousands of layoffs almost weekly. So that could come to an end at any point in time. And I always want to stress, especially when I started out, one of the things is that if you want to do this within your first year, a lot of what was happening for me anyways, back when I was in school, is that like in college for art, people would be trying to get jobs at like cafes and things like that weren't aligned with the professional capacity, right? So if you're a freelancer, if you have a specific skill like web development or copywriting or graphic design or any of the freelance skills, and there's tons of them, if you have that skill, make sure that you're doing a freelance career first and then looking for some sort of supplementary income if you need it. If you need to work at the cafe, fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's great. But the thing is that in order to develop your freelance career, it's going to take time. So you're not going to have it right away. It may take a few months to build up. What's really important is that you've started something, you're starting to put those contacts out there. And that's really the point of those 40 contacts per day. That's the system to make about $100,000 a year. It's not as hard as you think it is. It's definitely achievable, and I know you can do it. So thanks very much. Hope you learned something today. And make sure to check online at www.creatively.com for my new book, The Freelance Shortcut.